What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City. And we are here to talk about Saturday night's main event. It has officially come and gone. And I'm going to be honest, I had a lot of fun watching the show last night. Saturday night's main event growing up for me, I didn't get to see a whole lot of it. I think the last one that I saw was I think I was 7. I think that was the last time I saw it. So just being able to relive it again, I felt like a kid watching the show last night. And the show, it was good. You did say that, you weren't even able to watch it. You were at work last night, but we did
Yeah.
talk some after the fact last night. And it was a good show. I have to admit.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I think the setup was really cool. They said they weren't going to add pyro. I thought it was a little funny that they went with that.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool for what it was. But like I said, I was right. It was basically just a house show. I mean, it's what they did in 2007 and maybe 8 or so. The last time they did their last episode of Saturday Night's main event, and it's basically just to build the champions already that we have. And I guess we got a new champion, we'll go into that too. But yeah, not really much change going out of this. I think the fans may have gotten themselves more they may have hyped it up too much in their heads. And then once it didn't lead to all those results, they got disappointed. But it was still an okay show for what it was, or at least what you were saying with the matches.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they tried to make it feel as nostalgic as possible. They brought back the red, white, and blue ropes. They brought back the old graphics, the old theme song for it. You had Jesse Ventura on the call. He was wearing his boas. He had the snakeskin leather jacket. He looked and he sounded pretty good. I mean, he didn't lose a step.
Yeah, he was good. He was just in the main event, correct?
Yeah, they kicked off the show with him and Joe Tessitore. They were standing at some podium, kind of just going over the show and everything like that. And yeah, but the only match that he called was the main event between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. So, but he still sounded good.
Okay. Yeah, I was able to watch the main event. That was the only match I was actually able to watch when it was happening. And it was an okay match. It was they had some good spots, but Jesse Ventura the entire time, he was healing it up, boy, making it sound like what, early 90s, late 80s. Cody would be, taunting, showboating a little bit, and he's like, why is he wasting this time? He's gonna regret it. And then like every time Owens would do something, oh, that's so smart. I
Yeah,
was like, yeah, that brings me back. I mean, I wasn't even born during that time period, but going back and looking at that, hearing that commentary, um, gave me nostalgia that I didn't even live during. So I think he did really good.
yeah, he did. Yeah, it was him, Pat McAfee, which I'm glad that he's back. Uh, I think he'll be coming back full time when they go to Raw on Netflix, because he was talking about that like throughout the whole show. So I was
I
excited
hope
to hear
so,
Pat
man.
McAfee back. Yeah, yeah, he will be back, and he'll be back full time. So I don't think there will be any more of him coming back for a couple months and then leaving for College Game Day. So I'm excited about that. I love Pat
I
McAfee.
am
I
too.
know
Being
there's
able to see Pat McAfee again, he is
yeah,
one of the goats already.
yeah,
So seeing him, and you said he's gonna be on Raw, or yeah, he's gonna be on Raw, and they're gonna go SmackDown most
yeah,
likely.
yeah. I think it'll be him and Michael Cole on Raw, and then Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett will move over to SmackDown. So
Okay, I'm okay with that. Yeah, we need to keep Pat on Raw.
yeah, we do. Yeah, we need to keep him in WWE. Period. He just brings that. He just brings that extra level of excitement, like in his voice, and you can tell that Michael Cole has a blast working with him. So
Yes, you can definitely tell that.
yeah. But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get into the show. We started off with Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. I thought that was a pretty good way to start off the show. Um, Drew McIntyre, he did pick up the win. They had a really good match. I mean, I think we all expected Drew McIntyre to get this win because the story moving forward now is that he's going to go after everybody that teamed up with the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series. And after the match, WWE posted a clip of him walking backstage on their Twitter account, and he said, "1 down, 4 to go." So we've got Sami Zayn out of the way. So now he will go after Jimmy Uso's likely next after what happened on SmackDown this past week. Then you got Jey Uso. He attacked him backstage on Raw when he made his return 2 weeks ago. And then Roman Reigns, that's 3. So now the 4th person, I mean, you could be CM Punk, but do we really want to see that again? I see a lot of people saying Solo Sikoa, even though he's not with the Bloodline.
It's not going to be Solo.
But, I mean, if you think about it, Drew McIntyre, the reason he's doing this is because what happened 2 years ago.
And Solo was the one didn't he debut during that?
Yeah. So, we've got Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa on that January 6th episode of Raw. They're going to battle for the Ulafala Tribal Combat, I think is what they're calling it. So there won't be any rules. So, I mean, we could see Drew McIntyre show up in the middle of that match because, I mean, he is a Raw superstar after all. So
he could show up and he's going to cost Roman. I think Solo and them may have some interaction, but since he split from Roman and they're both heels, they'll have some sort of he forgives him, they have a handshake and possibly even not an alliance, not like he would join them, like the Bloodline, but having some sort of mutual agreement to try and take down Roman. I could see that happening possibly.
Yeah, I could see that too. I mean, Drew McIntyre, I mean, he just continues to find ways to make himself a big star. I mean, he did it when he was feuding with CM Punk, and he's doing it now here. I mean, he just continues to find ways to keep himself hot. I mean, he's
doing good.
Yeah, I mean, he's by far one of the top 2 guys in the company right now when it comes to storytelling, and man, good stuff from Drew McIntyre as always.
Yeah. Good start for the show.
Yeah, it was. One issue that I had with this show was the commercial breaks. I don't know why I didn't think about them going into the show, but then again, it was on NBC and it was on Peacock. I actually decided just to watch it on Peacock. I don't know why, but yeah, the commercial breaks. We had a commercial break through every match. A match would start, they'd go about 90 seconds, commercial break, and it just felt like the matches. I mean, they weren't very long, and most. I mean, the only match that we got that had the picture-in-picture aspect was the main event, where they'd show the commercials and the match at once. And I don't know, it felt like most of the matches that we saw tonight took place during the commercial break. So, us fans watching on TV didn't get to see a whole lot.
I think a lot of people are complaining about it, but at the same time, you have to understand what Saturday night's main event is. It's not a PLE, basically. I mean, I know we did predictions for it. It's kind of weird because it's been so long since it's happened, but this is a TV show. So there's going to end up being commercial breaks, unfortunately. It sucks that it had to happen in the middle of the show or in the middle of the match, but yeah, it's yeah, I mean, it was kind of bound to happen with how this show, Saturday Night's Main Event, it's a weird thing because it's promoted like it's a PLE, but it's really not. And also, did you see that? I don't know which match it was during. They were doing some sort of commercial. Oh, I think it was during the main event actually. They were doing the commercial break, and you could hear Michael Cole talking and planning his spots during the break. They didn't cut off the commentary.
I didn't hear that live, but I actually somebody posted a video of that on Twitter, and I saw that, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Michael Cole got a hot mic." But yeah, I heard it. Yeah,
They'll work that out soon. At least it was a play-by-play. Was it like that for every commercial, or was it straight commercial?
yeah. No, the only match that they got the picture-in-picture was the main event.
Mhm.
But apparently, they
Yeah.
they did show this on their YouTube as well. And if you're watching on YouTube, you didn't get commercial breaks. It was they would just have a screen pop up like the logo, and it'd be like commercial break in progress. So if you weren't watching on like NBC or Peacock, if you were watching on their YouTube channel, you were just going to be sitting in silence through the commercial breaks. I
Yeah.
saw some people on
Yeah.
Twitter talking about that. I mean, hell, I guess next time I'll have to watch on their YouTube channel because I feel like that'd be a lot better than having to sit through commercials. So, but
Fair enough.
yeah. Next up, we had the women's world title was on the line. You had Liv Morgan taking on Io Sky, and what an idiot I am thinking that they were actually going to take the title off Liv Morgan here tonight. I mean, but you have to admit that what I said
You
in the
don't listen to
prediction.
me.
But you have to admit, what I said in the prediction video, it kind of made sense, right? I mean, come on.
Yes, sort of. So I don't think it's going to be Io Sky and Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. It's
Really?
going to end with Rhea and Liv. It doesn't matter if y'all are
Mania?
sick of it. It's going to. It hasn't concluded yet, and I think that it's going to go on a few more months. And I don't think it should
Uh,
continue either. But I don't think it's going to end yet. And Io Sky winning just didn't really make sense. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want you to switch your predictions. But, I'll take it for what it is. But Io Sky winning, I mean, what would she do? She has no investment in the middle of this storyline.
she would go on, she'd win the title, she'd go on to, feud with other people, and then you could have Liv and Rhea in this feud without the title, and then
I
Rhea
get
Ripley
it,
go on to
but
win the Elimination Chamber, and there's your match. Did,
I
you,
get it, but
do
I
you
don't
really
think
want
that's
to
the
see Liv
direction they're
and
going for.
Rhea
It does.
continue on to Mania for
I
the title?
don't want to see it, but I think it's going to happen.
I don't. Here's what. Okay, so now that what we got last night happened, and then obviously we got the stare down between the two at the end of the match. They just
Mhm.
Rhea Ripley came out. They had a face off at the top of the aisleway. I see now. I don't think they're going to have this feud go on until Mania. I mean, the reason why they showed you Io and Rhea at the end of Raw last week, I think that just planted some seeds for what's going to happen at Mania. Them two are going to go on and face each other at Mania. Do Liv and Rhea on that Netflix on Raw debut. Have Rhea win the
Yeah.
title there. Io Sky will go on to win the Royal Rumble. That's my early prediction right now for the Royal
Okay.
Rumble. Io Sky will win the Royal Rumble, and then she'll go on and face Rhea Ripley for the title at Mania. Now, will she win it? Will she take the title off Rhea that soon? Too early to tell right now. But
Yeah, for sure.
that's what I would do now.
I could see them
Even
facing
though
on the
I
Raw on
think
Netflix.
what I said in the prediction video cooked a little bit better, but
I think that Raw on Netflix, I'm not sure actually. Now that I think about it more, I probably wouldn't do that because we have Rollins and Punk and Reigns and Solo, most likely Rollins and Punk happening all on that show. I think that is a little too much for a Raw, but
well,
we have the Rumble going on later this month or next month. Well, I guess it's technically February 1st, but I think the Royal Rumble would be a good point to end the feud.
well, Triple H did say in an interview last week that they are treating the Raw Netflix debut like a WrestleMania. So I think they're going to go all out with this one.
Well, a WrestleMania that's 2 hours long. Yes.
I don't think it's going to be 2 hours long. I think
It's
Raw.
the debut on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah, but once that happens, I think both Raw and SmackDown are going to 3 hours. So,
Oh, okay. Maybe if it's 3 hours, yeah. Okay, yeah, possibly. But yes, so I mean, back to what we were saying. Liv Morgan retained, and she also won clean. I also thought
Clean
that
as a
was kind
whistle.
of an interesting point too. No
No
interference from
interference.
Judgment Day. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with it, I guess. Um, I think it was weird though, but at the same time, she needed something to make her reign, to add some more credibility behind her title reign right now. She hasn't had much of that recently, so I'm okay with it for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of disappointed that Io Scott didn't win, but I was also kind of glad that the way Liv won, I was okay with it. We didn't get no Judgment Day interference. We didn't get no, Dakota Kai or Kairi Sane
Mm.
coming out in the middle of the match. Because, I mean, we already see that too much when there's a Liv Morgan match going on where you're going to get a Judgment Day interference. Raquel Rodriguez, Dom's going to run out there. So I was kind of glad that they didn't do that here. You know,
Uh-huh.
it's just getting repetitive at this point. So I was kind of glad that they were able to stay away from that.
Yeah,
For
with Liv winning, I think that was the best way they could have made her win,
Yeah,
rather
and
than having some sort of screwy finish, like you were saying.
yeah, and during the match, she took a knee straight to the nose. Her nose was bleeding after the match, but safe to say that she did not suffer a broken nose. So that's good. But yeah, I mean, they showed a slow motion replay of that, and yeah, I mean, Liv Morgan ate every single bit of that knee right to the nose.
Yeah.
Oof. I was kind of surprised that she didn't get a broken nose, but I'm
Yeah,
glad.
I didn't really I just saw some pictures. I didn't actually see the impact of it, but yeah, I saw a lot of people talking about it on Twitter, so I assume it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I was watching that match with my wife last night, and after the match, I was like, oh damn, like she's bleeding, and Maggie's over here saying that's not real blood. It's too bright to be real blood. I'm like, do you not see the replay? She just got hit right in the nose.
Of course.
She she's not really a wrestling fan, so she
Yeah.
she goes by, oh, it's fake, so this is fake. Bullshit, whatever. After that, we had another world title match on the line. He had Gunther defending his title against defending and retaining against Damian Priest and Finn Balor, and this was, in my opinion, the match of the night. It was, I mean, they started off the match trading chops. It was very hard hitting, stiff hits. Um, and Gunther, it looks like he got his confidence back after that one, after beating both Finn Balor and Damian Priest. He did pin Finn Balor to pick up the win, which I thought was a good decision. Um, Man, what a match. I enjoyed it. Like I said, match of the night for me.
I wish I was able to watch it live. I did see some of the replays on it. But yeah, like you said, Gunther did get the he's finally there. They were telling the story of him like losing his confidence, Damian Priest was questioning him. Then there's Finn Balor also coming in. And I think that at the end, Gunther having the very decisive, like he hit Damian Priest on the steel steps, which looked really brutal.
Yeah.
And at first he messed up because when he like went to lift him, I guess like his leg hit it
Hmm.
and he looked like he was about to drop him. And just it kind of helped because it showed how strong Gunther is, because
Yeah.
even though he was falling, he still like basically deadlifted him back up into the position to actually powerbomb him on the steel steps. So he took out Damian Priest, and then when he came in, he basically went straight to Finn Balor and finished him off with that. What was it? The corner drop kick, and then I think
Yeah.
he hit it was a power bomb.
Yeah. Yeah. He hit the power bomb on Damian Priest on the steps, went straight into the ring, did the corner drop kick to Finn Balor, picked him up, the power slam, and then 1, 2, 3, just like that.
Yeah, so pretty decisive win. So that's at least they finished that story. He's got his confidence back. I wonder what is going to be next for him.
Yeah, I was thinking about that last night. I'm not sure, honestly. I mean, you have an idea, or you have a thought in mind?
Yeah, so I just thought about it in my head because I was thinking about Punk and Gunther. What if Punk versus Rollins on Netflix on Raw was to determine who was going to face Gunther at Royal Rumble?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
It's a possibility. I mean, I think that because Rollins, I mean, I think he hasn't had much interaction with Gunther recently. I don't think. Maybe I'm missing one that was recent. I remember they had it, before Money in the Bank, but yeah, I think that would be pretty good setup because Gunther, they need to find out. I don't want to. I love Damian Priest, but he needs to either go on with Finn Balor, they can wrap up their feud, or I don't want to see Gunther and or Gunther and Damian Priest right now again.
yeah, no. And I really don't want to see Damian Priest and Finn Balor again.
I do. I want to see it with a stipulation.
You do? I don't know. I mean, that feud's been going on since the summer, and I know Triple H loves his long term like bookings and
Mhm.
storytellings and whatnot, but I don't know. I just think that this feud should kind of wrap up
Y'all
right
just have
now.
a short attention span, bro. How many one-on-one matches have they had?
I mean, they've had one, but Damian Priest
Was it
beat Finn
one?
Balor clean.
Which one was it on a Raw?
No,
Which
Damian Priest beat Finn Balor clean as a whistle at Bad Blood.
at Bad Blood? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I remember that a little bit now. But it was no stipulation, right?
No, but I mean,
They
Finn Balor
they
already
could
lost to Damian
definitely.
Priest, so he should. So
He
here's what I
lost.
got.
I get it, but they could drag it out further and add some sort of stipulation, like no holds barred, last man standing. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think Finn Balor. I think his time of the Judgment Day is coming to an end, especially after last
Mhm.
night. He's always been saying, "Listen to Finn, and we win." And well, Liv Morgan retained last night. Finn Balor didn't. He didn't win, and he's more than likely going to lose his Raw Tag Team titles on Monday tomorrow night. And if I were it, if I were booking this, I would move. I'd I'd have I'd have Judgment Day kick him out, and then ship Finn Balor over to SmackDown, and then have Dominic Mysterio become the new leader or whatever for Judgment Day.
Yeah, they could do something related to that. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with Finn Balor. Now, I will say his credibility has been heavily diminished, but I'm hoping they can still scrape something together because they need to. I think they still need to finish this feud out. Maybe it can end at the Royal Rumble. Maybe it doesn't have to go until WrestleMania, but I think that they need to have some sort of final blow off. That singles match wasn't, especially with what else was on the card for that show. They need to have some sort of crazy match to finish this off.
Okay, so they have another crazy match. Say Finn Balor wins, and then we'll have to see that feud continue again.
Yeah, I think you're souring on it way too fast. They have been a faction for 2 years, and they split, like, I get it was 4 months ago, but they've had one singles match. I think that they can have one more, some sort of match, like, no holds barred. Like you said, Finn Balor could win, and then what if it was at WrestleMania, like, 3 stages of hell? Some sort of 2 out of 3 falls maybe. Maybe some sort of they could go somewhere else with this. I think they could blow this off, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I love Finn Balor. I love Damian Priest. I like Finn Balor,
Yeah,
and
I do too. Just
I think they could extend a little bit further. We'll see though. We'll see. The only time
yeah,
will tell, I guess.
yeah. We'll see. Uh, well, speaking of new champions, we have the only title that well, I mean, title that
Had
changed.
to change hands. Yeah.
Yeah, had to change. Chelsea Green became the inaugural Women's United States Champion. Congrats to her. I mean, she deserves this
Mm-hmm.
so much. You know, she's done everything that this company's asked her to do, and then for her to become over organically, you know, they didn't have to shove her down our throats like they've done with, you know, John Cena or Roman Reigns. You know, she did it. I mean, I was proud of her. I mean, you know, the pop that she got last night was insane. I even popped for her, and this was like this was a match that where either one of them could have won, and I would have been okay with it. But you could tell last night that the crowd there in New Jersey was very, very pro Chelsea Green. I mean, everything she did
Yeah,
in that match, she got a pop. So
I'm glad she won. I don't care much for Michin. I don't know much about her, honestly. I remember when she was like briefly paired up with like AJ Styles or something.
she's a very fantastic.
Yeah.
She's had some.
So
She's had a handful of great matches this year. Michin,
okay. Yeah, well, I'm glad that Chelsea Green won. But rip on our predictions because you predicted Bailey, I predicted Tiffany Stratton, and this was before SmackDown when the qualifiers of the semifinals happened. So we were automatically defeated going into this event, unfortunately.
yeah.
But Chelsea Green was the better of those two, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I was, you know, I thought that they would have put this title on more of a, you know, established star like a
Mhm.
Bailey, you know, help her, you know, catapult that title to where it needs to be. But I mean, you know, I hope that, you know, Triple H or whoever can make this reign a good reign for Chelsea Green because she deserves it. But yeah, I just felt like, you know, maybe you wanted to start off with a, you know, a person like Bailey or Tiffany Stratton to kind of help, you know, build this title up. And then maybe afterwards have a Chelsea Green or Meechin take the title off them. But I'm not going to complain too
And
much.
also keep in mind too that now with Chelsea Green being the champion, we have a singular face champion on the entire main roster. I guess maybe I don't know who the speed champion is, but besides that, you know, all them besides Cody are all heels. You know, you have Gunther, Shinsuke, I see Braun Breaker, Judgment Day, and then DIY, and then Liv Morgan and Nia Jax.
Yeah.
So I think that is a little weird. That's why really, when I was thinking more about my predictions, I thought Bailey was going to win, and then I was thinking that Meechin had a chance of winning, maybe. But I think it was the right decision. And like what you said with Chelsea Green getting such a positive reaction, maybe Chelsea Green is going to turn face.
I mean, yeah, she could. I mean,
It's a possibility. The
but
fans will accept
she's
her at this
great as a
point.
heel, though. I mean,
Yeah.
she's great as a heel. I saw Adam Pierce like he like requoted like her winning, and he was like, "Oh dear God, help me." Uh, I mean, so now I guess since the heel won the United States champion, maybe a face can win the women's intercontinental champion, Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, I guess
Cross.
that's what our you know, the original predictions were. I thought that sounded really good too.
Mhm.
Hopefully that happens.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Well, speaking of new champions, we do have a new Wrestling City predictions champion. Ryler wins, and he is now once again the Wrestling City predictions champion. He went. What you get? You went what 4-1 on your
4-1, yep.
and I went 3-2, I believe. Yeah, yeah, I went 3-2. Well,
No, you went what, 3 you went 2 and 3.
oh gosh, yikes! I didn't know I went that bad.
Yeah.
well,
New champion. I don't have the physical belt. I am planning on getting one. We have a plan in the works right now. I got to find out which one. Let me know. Comment down below if you guys have a specific idea for what belt you want us to to represent, you know? There is the world title, but I don't physically have that on me, even though I should.
Yeah, right
You
here
know,
actually.
I'm the rightful holder of that belt now, but it's in spirit until I can actually get my own title. So for now, I am okay with being your current and once again Wrestling City Productions champion.
Yeah. I mean, you might go on to have the longest reign now because I think the next show, I mean, yeah, it's the Royal Rumble, unless we do predictions again for
Very well.
tonight's main
Yeah.
event. That's January 25th, so
Yeah,
we'll
possibly.
see. We'll see.
Yeah, but this match, so you predicted Kevin Owens, and this match, I predicted Cody retaining, and they had an okay match. I don't think it was anything that special as far as matches go. It was
It
okay.
wasn't. I will say that their match at Bash from Berlin was better. But then again, the
Yeah.
bell for this match rung to start this match at 8:47.
Oh yeah, so they didn't have much time to work with, honestly. So it was what, 13 minutes?
Yeah.
Even less than that, because it was like 12 minutes. Yeah,
So
it is pretty crazy.
Kevin Owens made his entrance. They went to commercial break. Darren is like, once he got to the ring, they went to commercial break. They came back, and then I think they, started the match. 90 seconds in, went to commercial break, but we got to picture in picture this time. And yeah, I mean, they only got like, hell, I don't even think it was 13 minutes because the match ended like 2 minutes or so before
Yeah.
9 p.m. So they probably got 10 minutes.
Yeah, and nothing of super special importance happened. It ended though with there was a lot of it was a very schmoz finish. You know, the referee, one of them got knocked down. KO, you know, he hit the stunner, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesse Ventura looked like he was blowing a gasket because he was like talking about like, oh, I was gonna run in and count that. You know, he was the best part of this match, I think.
Yeah.
And so the second ref got knocked out. So we're doing that again. And you know, when that happens, Cody's gonna end up Superman comeback, you know. And a chair came in, he like ducked it or something,
Yeah.
and then
Kevin
he hit a
Owens.
crossroads on the chair to get the win. So did Cody cheat to get this win?
Yes. He didn't have to use the chair. He didn't have to.
Justice for Kevin.
Yes. Justice for Kevin Owens. So yeah, Kevin Owens brings the chair in, but Cody Rhodes is the one that uses it.
Yeah, basically.
And I will say this. Okay, so the major thing that came out of this match, it didn't even happen on the show.
Mm-hmm.
It happened off the show, kind of like what happened at Bad Blood. So after the show, Cody Rhodes is like cutting a promo. He's like telling the fans like, thank you guys for the house. You know, thanks for coming and watching us do our thing." And in the middle of his promo, Kevin Owens runs back out, ambushes Cody Rhodes from behind, and hits him with a package pile driver.
So that means that Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes are going to face again, which I understand, but at the same time, you lost. It's over. I don't think he's going to win at this point.
I mean, he has to at this point. He has to. But I mean, I will say though, you know, this should have happened. Like, this should have happened to end the show last night. But I was kind of glad that they did it the way they did. You know, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. You know, they're great. They're just one of the best storytellers that they have in the company right now. And the flip flop on roles of a human level has been amazing to see. You know, Cody is the baby face in the eyes of, you know, us fans, and Cody Rhodes is the bad guy here. But on a human level, Kevin Owens is really the baby face, and
Yes.
Cody Rhodes is more of the heel. I mean, Cody, you know, he's doing heelish ways to, you know, keep his title at this point. And last night
Yeah, I mean,
he used the chair when he didn't have to.
I think that what's gonna happen is, like I said, to this point, I don't see Kevin Owens winning because Cody Rhodes, at this point, whenever they have their next match, it is going to be so many months before WrestleMania, just a few, and I don't see Owens winning and then Cody getting it back. And I think that Cody is going to go into WrestleMania with the title. So here's my early predictions. What I think is going to happen is that we had Kevin Owens attack Cody Rhodes. He beat him up. And then he went out on a stretcher, and Triple H came out and they were getting in each other's face. Kevin Owens is also taken out Randy Orton. He put him on the shelf, for a month or so, whatever's going on with that. I think that at Royal Rumble, it is going to be Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes in a stretcher match. And I think that Cody Rhodes is going to win that match and close out this feud.
In a stretcher match?
I mean, well, he went out on a stretcher. He's been taking out everybody. Either maybe a last man standing, but I think a stretcher would be more unique to wrap this up.
Yeah. I mean, isn't a stretcher match, isn't it, where they have like that yellow tape like at the top of the ramp, and you have to like put your opponent on the stretcher, and if you push them beyond that point, then you.
I just think it's another way to wrap up the feud. First of all,
What about like an
involving
maybe
an ambulance match. I'm saying something where Kevin doesn't have to get pinned again. Something where he can lose this match and they can move on and not damage his credibility as much as possible.
Or maybe, I'm thinking, here's what I would do moving forward. I mean, I don't think we'll be seeing Cody Rhodes, for maybe a couple weeks. I'd have Kevin Owens. I mean, he stole the title too. He sent Cody Rhodes on a stretcher, and then he took his title. I'd have Cody Rhodes. I mean, not Cody Rhodes. I'd have Kevin Owens for the next few weeks walk around on SmackDown with the title, parading it around. I think that'd be great TV. And then maybe that could lead to a Randy Orton return, and they could have a match at, like Royal Rumble or something. I don't know.
I'd be okay with seeing that. Yeah, triple threat between them.
Randy Orton can come back and say, "Oh, you just took out my best friend." And I was kind of surprised we didn't see Randy Orton last night, because during the match, Kevin Owens like looked in the camera after he had like hit a move on Cody Rhodes and said, "Hi, Randy." So
and Cody hit the RKO on the announcer's table.
Yeah. So I was like, oh well, I guess that means that we're getting Randy Orton, but no, we didn't get anything like that. But
I was thinking as they were closing, it was going to be one of those ones where the credits are rolling and then something crazy happens at the end, but then the screen blacked out, and I was like, okay, I'm glad I didn't take off this night.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed at that. I was like, I was sitting here just waiting. I was like, okay, maybe we'll.
Yeah.
But nope. As soon as I saw those credits, I mean, but then again, they have done that where they'll show the, little trademark logo in the corner of the screen, and then something happens. But no, that they didn't do that this time. They showed the executive producers, and then off the air they go. So
it's okay. Yeah, I mean, so now we get the feel for how Saturday night's main event is going to be. So hopefully that people don't get their expectations up next time. And yeah, for what it was an okay show, had some okay matches, and it was mainly used to build up the current champions. So the next PLE being the Royal Rumble, I wonder what they're going to do, because as we're recording this, December 15th, we have, a month and a half before that? I mean, I guess like you said, the Raw on Netflix is going to be basically the PLE in and of itself during that, and that's at the very beginning of January.
Yeah, January.
So I think that they're going to build up to that now and then build up to the Rumble. But I'm hoping that with all this time, they're going to get some of these feuds sorted out.
Yeah. Hopefully they can get Liv and Rhea sorted out, Finn and Damian sorted out. But we'll see. I mean, I can't wait to see where they go. I can't wait to see where they go with this whole Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes storyline.
Yeah, I'm
This is by
excited
far
too.
the best storyline. By far, I'm enjoying this more than anything right now, especially after what happened last night.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's our review on Saturday night's main event. Let us know in the comments down below what you guys thought of the show, and what was your favorite match, moment, anything from the show last night. Let us know in the comments down below. And I just want to say thank you guys for 200 subscribers. We are now at like 205. I guess we're on the road down to 300. Yeah, I would love
Crazy, man.
I would love to get to 300 before the Royal Rumble. I don't.
Whew, that is a very, very ambitious goal. But with how we did it a month ago, we were at like 175 subs, and we did okay, like you said last night, I didn't think we were going to get to 200 by the end of the year, but with all these shorts, it has been insane the amount of traction it has been getting with subs. So with this rate and this amount of support we've been getting from you guys, 300 by the Rumble totally is possible. We're looking for as many ways as we can to expand Wrestling City, and I'm hoping that it's going to continue growing at the same rate from here. We
Yeah,
appreciate all the help we've been getting, though.
yeah, we do. I mean, if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. Come join the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City, for all of your wrestling content. We do Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews, PLE predictions, PLE reviews. We even do some live reactions every now and then. We've got some pretty fun videos coming up for you guys here soon. We'll be doing our 5 predictions for 2025 in WWE. And we are working on a reward show, a Wrestling City reward show, where we'll give out rewards for Male Superstar of the Year, Female Superstar of the Year, Match of the Year, PLE of the Year, everything like that. So hit the subscribe button if any of that interests you. And we'll see you guys next time right here in Wrestling City. Peace.